Holder, isn't it true that the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, this is Judge Napolitano, that the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals just last week said that the INS, once having chosen Elian Gonzalez as the guardian, could not now make a change, and that the INS is ordered, has no discretion under the statutes, but to hear the asylum application because it was made by the guardian that it chose?
Well, the 11th Circuit made a preliminary finding. It has not ruled in this case. There are going to be briefs filed. There are going to be arguments that will be had.
Of course.
And I would expect once the panel has a chance to listen to the arguments of the government, listen to our lawyers, that you'll have a result that is totally consistent with the positions the INS has taken and the Attorney General has taken over the past 5 months.
Isn't it clear in that Court of Appeals ruling, preliminary though it may be, that the court ruled that the INS may not do exactly what it did this morning, which is, without a court order, change the guardian of this child? When is the last time a child, was taken at the point of a gun without an order by a judge? Unprecedented in American history.
He was not taken at the point of a gun.
We have a photograph showing that he was taken at the point of a gun.
They were armed agents who went in there and acted very sensitively.
I don't know if you can see our screen, but the gun is pointing at the boy. The agent is grabbing the boy. There's no court order that says that this can be done. There's no precedent in American history for transferring custody at the point of a gun without an order of a judge.
You point to me in that decision, and you show me where in that decision it says that the INS was forbidden from doing exactly what it did today. The court did not say that the INS could not change custody.
That's exactly what it did say, Mr. Holder.
No, the INS decision said that he could not be removed from the country. That is what the injunction was all about. Everything else is really preparatory to what will be heard by the 11th Circuit in a couple of weeks.
Why didn't you go to a judge and get a court order to transfer custody like every other custody transfer in the history of this country has occurred, instead of using authoritarian jackboot tactics like putting the muzzle of a gun in the face of a 6-year-old boy?
Now, you're referring to jackboot tactics by good American law enforcement agents who acted consistent with the law, following the orders of a superior who was following the law. And to compare them to people from Nazi Germany or other places is totally wrong. And you know that. You know that.
What judge authorized this, and why didn't you go to a court to get a judge to authorize this? Because when the courts order these things, people accept them. The courts are a neutral branch. We don't need violence. We don't need guns. We don't need raids in the middle of the night. Why did you stay away from the courts?
We did not stay away from the court.
What court order authorized this?
We use the lawful process. The INS has the ability to do those things that we ordered to be done today. It is not required. The INS has vast discretion in these matters, and you do not require a judge to issue orders as you have suggested.